If you look at most of the content related to light map creation, it is based on outdoor or indoor environments. However, it was difficult to find content for scenes that had both outdoor and enclosed indoor spaces at the same time. So I'm going to share with you the problem that arises in this situation and how I solve it. Please note that this video was made under the very specific circumstance, so the solution may not be perfect. The scene background I created has both outdoor and indoor spaces. And there are doors leading into the interior, which can be opened and closed. That is, when the door is closed, external light should be completely blocked. Just like when I generated real-time light maps, I blocked external light with invisible walls and ceilings. You can completely block the light by setting the culling mask of the directional light, but this will prevent light from entering the interior even if the door is open. To solve this problem, I set the floor's layer closest to the entrance to default. This setting is not the focus of today's video, and we will see later whether it is necessary or not. It is important to note that we cannot control the shadow intensity of the directional light, but since this is irrelevant in a room where sunlight does not enter, we will fix this value to 1. Now let's create a mixed light map. I will use baked in direct for lighting mode so that all shadows are calculated in real time. In light mapping settings, I will lower the resolution to reduce the number of textures, and use the default values for the remaining items. Although there is a difference in brightness between indoors and outdoors, it is confirmed that the indoors are not dark. If we check the light map, we can see that direct sunlight is not completely blocked. If we change to directionality mode, we will notice that indirect lighting reflection is not calculated. Or, even if indirect light calculations were made, it seems possible that they were lost due to external light. If I disable objects that block the directional light, we can see the results clearly. It looks like the light map was generated in a place with no ceiling. Additionally, culling mask has been confirmed to have no bearing on light blocking when generating mixed light maps. For normally enclosed indoor environments, directional light is not required. Disabling directional lights will allow you to create dark interiors, but outdoor light maps will have no reflections. However, this scene requires light maps for both dark interiors and bright exteriors, so we need to address this issue. Now that we've found the cause of the problem, let's place a separately prepared ceiling object and regenerate the light map. We can see that the darkness of the interior is well implemented. To summarize, we can see that we need to enable Contribute GI on the roof mesh renderer to block the light. However, since the exterior is surrounded by walls, there is no need for a building exterior to hide the interior. This is because unnecessary calculations are performed when placing 3D meshes in areas that are not captured by the camera. This problem can be solved with the occlusion feature, but this also causes unnecessary computation. Additionally, enabling Contribute GI for directional light occlusion will result in increased number of light maps or reduced texel size. The main issue has been resolved, but the problem is that it is not optimized. So how do we solve this problem? To solve these issues, enable Contribute GI while selecting light probes as the method to receive GI. This allows for directional light blocking while preventing the number of light maps from increasing or the texels from becoming smaller. Now let's generate the light map again. We solved the problem with just a few option tweaks. If we check the baked light map, we can see that the darkness of the interior is properly implemented. Additionally, it is confirmed that the reflection calculation of indirect light is well done. Since this is only the default result for now, you can improve the quality of the indirect lighting by increasing the indirect samples value. If you are having trouble with a similar situation, try applying the methods used in this tutorial.